with the sound effects, and we are here with Crushtone at Mr. Joe's Off the Beach in, well, kind of St. Pete Beach area, very close to it anyways, close to Mad Beach as we like to call it. Welcome, guys. Great to see you in town.
What's up? Thanks for having us. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pass the mic around, let you guys introduce yourselves and what you do in the band, all right?
Jay Diesel, drums.
Joshua Popkins, vocals. Brad, play guitar.
Michael Bach, bass and some backing vocals.
Joey Torres, guitar.
So Joey, man, you are, from what I understand, the originator of the band. Am I correct in that?
Between me and Jay, we started the band about 5 years ago. We started off as a cover band, and that's kind of how the band got started. And we've had some member changes over the years. Jay and I are the last two remaining from the original crew from like 5 years ago. And, we've just had some member changes over the years, and band's kind of gone in a different direction from the original idea of just, going out, playing covers and having fun or whatever. So, now you have the current lineup, of guys that are on the same page as far as where we're going with the band, what direction, stylistically, everything. So it took a little while to get to where we're at now, as far as finding the right members and getting everything to click.
Yeah, for sure. So Jay, man, how did these guys come around into the band, brother?
Well, once we kind of took some time off, I think it was probably about 6 or 8 months where Joey and I were just kind of sitting back and, talking to some different guys locally in different bands and seeing if there was any interest and stuff. And then we got introduced to Joshua through our good buddy J-Rock from State Theater and locally. So we got involved with him and met with him, did a little audition with him at Joey's place, and loved him immediately and what he brought to the table and his writing and his singing, and another guitar player. So it's pretty amazing. I mean, we got 3 guitar players now in our band, which is incredible. And then our buddy Michael kind of fell out of the sky for us when we were looking for a bass player. He used to play with Joey with the Soul Circus Boys for a little while, and then he had to leave for some family reasons and came back to town, called Joey, says, "Hey man, I'm looking for a band. You got any ideas? You got any leads?" And Joey's like, "Yeah, I think so. We're looking for somebody." So we met with Michael, and Joey sent him the music, and he can tell you the rest, but he loved it, and we got blessed with him.
It's like it was meant to be.
The audition,
it was just meant to be.
The new addition kid here, Brad Balsam.
They told me no way, but I just kept showing up.
Hey, sometimes that's what it takes, man.
Like the stalker just comes out of the bushes, and he's just around, and he just kept showing up. So you're like, all right, man, you're in.
Go with it. I like that.
Might as well grab a guitar while you're here.
Yeah, man. So
You tell him he's not getting paid for anything yet?
he was surprised. I actually just gave him some money. I'm like, that's your allowance.
Never happened before.
So very blessed, man. This is we can't be more happier with the direction that the band's gone in. Dropping the debut album a couple of months ago, and everything these guys put into it, and the passion and the hard work. And I mean, the chemistry is just great. The energy is great. The atmosphere is great. It's just like a breath of fresh air. So I mean, the band couldn't be any stronger from where we're at right now.
That's awesome, man. So all of you guys were part of the writing?
Yeah, well, I mean, some of the songs were written, before us 3 kind of came on.
Right.
We mentioned that in an interview previous, just saying that like there were 3 songs that were just pretty much done, and the guys gave me some freedom to just kind of add some stylistic things to it. And then there was one we did the bridge on, but the rest of them we kind of had to rewrite all the vocals. And then we had an incredible instrumental get thrown in the mix at the very end that Joey just did an incredible job on. So that's part of it.
Nice. That wouldn't happen to be the song for Sidra, is it?
No, the Sidra song I actually wrote, really quick, but the album was already done when that happened. It was just, we were at the very tail end of finishing all the songs, like Joshua said. When Joshua came in, our previous singer had a lot of the record already done. So when he came in, we just kind of was like, okay, well, this is what we got done. What do you want to keep? What do you want to change? And we just gave him carte blanche to just edit, delete, paste, whatever.
You didn't have to keep the parts that were there already?
It was, we left it up to him.
Okay, cool.
So if you like the message, the lyrics, and the melody, just make it your own and go with it. And after, I think we had like 6 songs that CJ had already recorded, and out of the 3 of them, he kept 3. And then the other 3, he basically molded, his own style into it. And then we got to the end of the CD, and Jay was like, "Man, I want one more song." And I was like, "Well, I'm in Knoxville, where it's going to take a while to put something together long distance. Like, how about I throw you an instrumental I already have recorded at home?" So I shot it to the guys, and everybody was like, "Yeah, man, that's awesome." So we, at the last minute,
Flamethrower.
Flamethrower.
And now,
That the name of it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll
Brad
be
is
playing
now
that tonight.
on that one too. And
Yes.
that's
I
got
had no
some
choice.
incredible guitar work.
See what persistence can do for you, man.
Oh yeah, but I mean, with a lot of bands today, it's not quite as much about talent as it used to be. You'd have like Metallica, you would have 2 guitarists that were absolutely amazing, complementing each other, doing harmonic melodies and stuff together, and that's what they do on that song. And I mean, it truly is an incredible song. So, but we're doing that on a bunch of different songs. We're actually throwing out a Metallica cover tonight, and it's got some of that in it. So we're
got some balls.
We're excited. We're excited.
2 of them.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So I got a couple questions for you guys. So I'm just wondering, I mean, you were talking about how you started out as a cover band, and now you've got this great new album that's just come out, and you've got all this original stuff. And the inception of the band, did you guys ever foresee it coming to this? Because you're pretty much a staple in the Bay Area now. So
I would say that when we first started, we had no idea we were going to do originals. It wasn't even on the radar at the time. It was just, we all wanted to just do something musically. I think some of us were in other bands that we weren't real happy with at the time. And I was like, I just want to go out there, and I don't want to play the same covers that every other band is playing. So when we originally got together, it was like, we're just going to strictly pick stuff that nobody else is playing, off the wall stuff. We don't care if anybody likes it or not. We were kind of being selfish about, we just want to play what we want to play. So we were picking just really odd stuff, off the wall stuff. And yeah, and
It set us apart from everybody else because we're playing stuff that nobody else did.
Right.
And not to mention, I mean, we still had a good group then. And the draw was incredible. Again, when we first started playing, the crowd, we're 200 plus people. Our first, 5-6 shows that we were playing, and the places were just packed. But
Yeah, I've seen you guys many times, and you always packed it out, and always did a great job with, like you said, just doing stuff that nobody else was playing, which was very refreshing in my opinion.
yeah, I mean, with the way that Joey plays guitar, I mean, he's really grown into himself, and he's kind of spread his wings, so to speak, and he's now with Dean and Dorsey along with Brad with Dean Guitars.
Nice.
What's kind of the emblem of the wing, so it's symbolic, really. And I'm endorsed with 5
I like to
companies.
play Dean. I don't know if I call myself an endorsee, but I like to think that.
Okay, well,
It's coming.
didn't you just get a new guitar from
Oh
Dean yesterday?
yeah,
I
big
did.
old hookup.
What a plug that is.
Yeah.
I think he's
I
a
think y'all just
comedian
made
in the
it
band. I'm pretty sure. Are you the comic relief over there? I think. I'm pretty sure that you are.
Look at that baby face.
So I'm seeing that. He looks innocent, but I'm not really sure if I'm buying that over here. So I got a question for you guys after that. So you guys, like I said, you've made quite a name for yourself. If I say the name of your band, people know it over here. Some of them you go in, they're like, who's that? But you guys are a very recognizable name. Do you see on taking this out on the road to support that album later on in the year? Any other places you plan out? Global domination? I mean, what,
Well, we actually just got picked up by friends of ours in M7 booking agency, Evan Michaels and Jimmy. So they just brought us into the family about a month or so ago. They're bringing us on the road here shortly in May. It's going to be our first little weekend getaway. They're sending us tons and tons of buy-ons, but we're not really financially ready for that, but we will be. So obviously, we're just looking at the big picture. We of course, we want to start here locally and in Florida. Get out, build the brand, build the fan base, get the record out there, get the music out there, get the swag out there. But we need your support, because without your support, we don't get to do what we do. And I mean, that goes for every big band that we're fans of. They all started out at the same place. So without them and you guys supporting us, we need your help to obviously get out and do what we want to do. And that's getting on tour and playing. We've been on the national scene for a few years and playing with a lot of national bands, but we want to get out with the nice, bigger shows and bigger events and festivals and stuff like that.
It was mentioned that obviously you're a staple around the area. As far as Crushtone goes, how did you guys come up with a name? Anything special there?
Yeah, well, when we first got together, we actually put out a contest on Facebook.
Okay.
And so we left it up to the public to pick out the name. And so we gathered a bunch of, merch, memorabilia, prizes, stuff like that. And, we told everybody to submit their name. And then we had a list, this long of names. And, we rounded it down to the top 10, then to the top 5, and then the top 3 get a prize or something like that. And so the name that we picked, was somebody put Crushtone on the list.
That was the only one she put in where, everybody kind of put a bunch of different names and being stupid and stuff, But yeah, that was the only submission she had.
Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you.
Right.
That's actually a very cool way of getting your name and stuff like that, and it's very cool of you guys to do
We
that.
can't take credit for the name. Let's just put it that way.
It's actually a cool name, though. It really is.
At least we didn't go in like the Rock Band Generator online or something like that.
So what are some of your biggest plans in the next few months? I mean, you live elsewhere, so I mean, what are the big plans you got coming up?
Well, like they mentioned, we're working with M7, and we're getting a lot of opportunities and a lot of stuff thrown our way. And the biggest obstacle at this point is just trying to figure out what we can, what we can't do, schedule-wise. I mean, we still have all jobs, so we have to work around that, family schedules and stuff like that. Big thing is the finances,
Oh, absolutely.
in order to be able to pull off some of those opportunities. But the goal, the light at the end of the tunnel is to get us outside of Florida
Right.
into a whole different market, new fans, just kind of get on the road, do some select shows, around the state, kind of branch up into Georgia, branch up into Tennessee, wherever, So it's baby steps. So you have to go from your home and you got to move to the next level, and then from there to the next county, and from there to the next one, and then just kind of keep moving, in one direction, and just try to expand the fan base.
Absolutely. Now, you guys have your own music video. You have your own music video that you did with Thomas Crane. Figured you'd like to be in something,
Scott, the question is, do we want that?
Oh, no. You did tell him he's not getting any royalties off this album. No, seriously. I mean, you guys, you need to push Prophecy right now. You really do. It's a good song, good video. But with that said, do you have plans to make another one soon?
Yes. We're gonna do another one. We haven't decided when or where.
You don't have to let him in it, though.
I'm gonna hold the lights for Thomas. Politicians